charismatic listeners, and welcome to the Flow of an Aquarius podcast, presented by Bastard Productions, and with your host, Panther Forte.
Welcome. And I say again, welcome to another episode of the Flow of an Aquarius podcast. Y'all, we getting a little further in here into these episodes, and we are coming up on the 15th episode. And on that episode, I'm gonna get to that. First, how y'all doing? Are y'all good? Y'all not good? Christmas is over. This is the last episode before the new year. So I wanted to get it out to y'all. Before that happened, how y'all doing? How was y'all Christmas? Did y'all have a good Christmas? Did y'all get any amazing gifts? Anything that you wanted? Anything that you didn't want? Did you spend time with family and friends and stuff like that? I originally said that I wasn't going to spend Christmas with family and I was most likely going to be alone and things like that, or probably spend it with a friend. And I didn't spend Christmas with family. But I did spend it with a friend, and it was an amazing Christmas. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I fully enjoyed it, and it was the first time since, the first time since 2019 where I've fully and enjoyably spent Christmas not by myself or had the company that I fully enjoyed the time being around, and I would say 2020, but it was before then. I'll say 2019. So we'll go with that. Now, as of Christmas, I am doing great. I hope y'all answered my question about how y'all doing. When I asked y'all that, me on the other hand, I'm doing great. I am here today. I have been in a little bit of a mood. I don't know why or what mood I'm in. It's just one of those like fuck it moods. I don't know. Maybe because I didn't eat like I wanted to, and I was getting ready to go to the gym, and it decided to pour the fuck down, and I didn't get to go to the gym, which, but it's okay. It is fine. I still got tomorrow, and the rest of, I got tomorrow, because Tuesday I think they close early, and Wednesday they're probably going to be closed. I'm not sure, but anyway, it is fine. But I think it was probably because I didn't eat earlier. I had a little something before recording this episode, so I didn't crash out, because y'all would have got the unadulterated chaos form of me on this episode. I didn't want to treat y'all to that. Y'all didn't deserve that. So I had a little something to eat. And I have some tequila and cran apple here next to me. So it's turning out to be a better moment for me. So, as I was saying before about Christmas, it was great. The 15th episode is what we're coming up on. I was trying to figure out where I left off at. The 15th episode is what I'm coming up on. And that episode, I believe I stated a while ago on these episodes, I want it to be live. So the live platform I want to include or have it on is TikTok. Right, I have the most following on TikTok, like 20K pretty much, or just about 19.6, something like that. But I've been away for so long this year on TikTok that I have devised a plan to stay relevant, or I thought I did devise a plan to stay relevant leading up to this 15th episode that I did this months ago, only to realize that TikTok is limiting my video promos and my outreach, and is not telling me why. And there's no way for me to appeal it because it gives me a 404 error. So there's an option on TikTok, right? And I don't know if you have to be a part of the creator program for it, like I am with my following and stuff, with the agency that I've had. And I get to see certain algorithm things. I get to check my account and see what videos or what content goes against their policies are restricted. Tell me why there are 5 of my episode promos, which is 5 episodes that they're restricting, and not telling me why. I have no idea. It's the same promos I post on Instagram as well. It's the same ones. There's nothing crazy coming out of it. There's some profanity, but there's profanity in everything else that is posted on there. It's not even a video for real. It's just a still image, and me, vocal wise. So I don't get it. Then on top of that, I posted something to try to get me back on, so that way when it's time for me to record this 15th episode and I do it live, a following comes in that I know I have, and it's not just dead, like a dead episode. I want people to be able to see it live. And so I posted one of these 2024 wrap-ups things, and the way they have it is on TikTok. It's not something that I created. They offered this shit to me. I was like, yeah, y'all did a wrap-up for me. Okay, yes, we'll post that. We will post that, and I just put hashtags on it. How about that? They flagged that for sex and nudity. There is nothing sexual, and I'm not nude in it. So I don't know what the fuck TikTok got going on, but I appealed it. I appealed it before I read the full description on what it was restricted to. All I saw was restricted, flag, so on and so forth, sex and nudity. This shit ain't, boom, appeal. I didn't read the fact that it said it was restricted for viewers 18 and under. I don't have no problem with that. I have no problem with that, because there are a couple of, these are gym photos, like with my shirt off. I mean, I'm not working out at the moment. I'm like at home, but it's like workout stuff that I posted this year. And I don't mind people younger than 18 not seeing that. That's not my audience. I'm not trying to target kids at all in anything I post, unless it's literally geared towards anyone under 18. My posts are usually nowhere near geared towards anyone under 18. So after I appealed that and then read it, I was like, oh, that's going to be weird. But just with my other podcast things, I don't understand why they're limiting my promos that I'm creating and posting myself. Is me. I own the rights to it. I don't get it. I own all the rights to it. I don't get it. Whatever. This episode, I want to pretty much wrap up this year. And this year flew by quick and fast as hell. I remember so much about this year, and that says a lot. So to help me kind of pinpoint everything and I don't jump completely around, I ended up writing down some things in my notes, some things that help me stay on track and help me remember, because I do a lot of thinking. And if I don't write it down, I'll remember to say it. I remember that I have the intention to say it inside of an episode, but by the time the episode is over, I remember that I didn't say it. So, because I do a lot of fucking freestyling on this. So, we're going to start off with something I thought about the other day. I was with a friend of mine, and they were telling me about achievement, a little achievement that they got more subscribers with their episode, with their podcast show. And it led me to think, what am I looking to do with this show? I have another show called Best of Best Podcast, but that show has been on ice for a while because of some things. And it's nothing bad. It's just people have their lives, and I want everybody to get on the same page. But at the moment, that's not possible. And it don't seem like it's possible unless I'm there physically for some reason. And I don't even, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. But, I have anyway. So with this podcast episode, or with this podcast show, it had me thinking that I want to take it to new heights. And I know this had been a thought in my mind for a while. But what do I mean when I say new heights? Like, what am I? Because I talk about a lot of things, and it's called The Flow of an Aquarius. I don't talk about any specific topic, per se. I mean, I do, based on that episode, but otherwise I don't. Everything else is based off the perspective of me being in a full on Aquarius. Just random thoughts and my own perspective on things that usually I get a lot of hell yeah, like that's cool from like other air signs. And then sometimes it's like other signs be like I don't know. But the most head nods I get are either from Aquarius or Geminis because we're air signs. But it's just that's the premise of it, right? What new heights am I looking for when it comes to this? First of all, I would like to be able to make money off of this, of course, right? I don't do this solely for the opportunity of making money. I do this because I need a platform to talk my shit. Okay, and me being a personal and private person, I don't even open up about some of the things I say on this episode or this show. So it gives me a way to talk my talk from a long time ago to now to the present, anything in between. Keep things a little bit under wraps. If you don't listen to this episode and if you don't listen to the show, or you just not there for real, you won't know. You will not know what I'm talking about or anything about my perspective on things. It just gives me that platform, and no one can really say, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that," because this is my shit. I this show is mine. My company produces this show, so it gives me that freedom, which I cherish so much. That by having that freedom, I'm able to do a lot more than what I would be able to do if I was in front of somebody and having their own opinions come in, and interrupt what the hell I got going on or what the hell I'm trying to say. So I'm able to get out what I want to say with this, and I'm able to clear my head and my subconscious a little bit. So, and y'all listen to it, y'all laugh, y'all love it, y'all give me feedback. I appreciate that. But eventually, I would love to start bringing in some funds from this to where I can do more. I have a lot of ideas, but I would also like suggestions. If there are good suggestions, now here's the thing. Some of y'all probably heard me just say that. And if y'all know Courage, I probably, you want suggestions, but you really don't give a fuck. You can do what you want to anyway. And you are absolutely right. But if they are good suggestions, then, I'll make it work. Like I'm thinking about sponsorships, right? I don't know what sponsorship or what company I would want to partner with based on, or if a company would even know how to partner with me when it comes to this show, because I talk about so many things. I feel like they would have to reach me on a very personal level, and that is fine because either exercise, fitness, health, tequila. It can be a tequila kit or tequila brand example. How can it's something that I need to plan out. Like, if I feel like I'm making it difficult for brands who, if they did want to reach out to me and partner with me, I feel like I make it difficult because I'm not fully focused. But then again, there's plenty of other podcasts that don't fully focus on one thing the entire time, So I just want to avoid shit like having having a hair waxing company send me samples of their wax, because fuck no, that don't make no sense. What the fuck am I finna wax? That's not my endeavor. Now, with the episodes that I put out so far, if whoever's able to listen to them, if they have a company, I feel like it would make it easier. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say, but okay, example, hair waxing company. No, I have locks, and like y'all know, it don't make sense for that. But if a tequila company was like, "Hey, we are sending you a small little 12 count box of our shot samples for you to try, and would you mind like sipping some or trying it out on your episode and giving us a review?" I would gladly do that. Y'all know I like tequila. I've been in the process of looking up as much information as I can for when I want to launch my own brand. Like, I'm looking all of this up. I've been looking it up for years. I take notes because things change. laws and everything like that change over time, and there's just more information that I need to look up and research before I make that decision in the future. So that'd be perfect for me. It can be like I said, health, fitness wise. It can be something that like edibles, things like that, like a edible, like it can be things like that. Hey, can you mind reviewing one of our edibles while you are recording an episode? Hell yeah, it'll just be a very, very unhinged episode, but something I would do. So things like that are a future endeavor that I look to aim towards. But I don't know if I need to get more specific about certain things or not. I don't know. But these are things that I'm thinking about as well for the future of the show. Also, I just wanted to also keep as something that you guys enjoy, that we all enjoy, things that make y'all laugh, that make y'all think, that make you be like, damn, you know what, you got a point, or that's crazy. I didn't think about it like that. Things like that. I had to stay like I don't want to conform to doing things for the sole purpose of getting a partnership or a sponsorship. Like that's business is business, but at the same time, this is my shit, and I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit. So yeah, or even like a partnership when if someone wants to have me do a voiceover for something with that. That's something that I could even play a snippet of here and then promote what they got going on at the same time. It if y'all catch my drift, y'all get what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm looking to do when it comes to this show. And that's been on my mind, like I said, since the other day. So kudos to my friend who got the extra subscribers and everything based on that post that they did and shit. Like that was a very pointable post. I also want to, yeah, I'm gonna just dive into this wrap up. And I think I'm going to touch on some points that I'll kind of elaborate a little bit more on. But we are almost 20 minutes into this episode already. So this episode, by the title, y'all can tell, it's called Wrap This Shit Up. And I'm going to kind of do an overview of my 2024. Right. And after that, I'm going to state some things that I am aiming for next year in 2025. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna state this first. I'm gonna state this first. Listen to me very close. Unclog your ears. Open your eardrums. Make sure they're ready to be. I almost said make sure they're ready to be penetrated. We're not gonna say that. That is very. Woo. Just listen the fuck up. I am not setting a damn bit, a piece, a sliver, a thought of a New Year's resolution. I am not doing any bit of that. I haven't done a New Year's resolution for years, right? And I realize the reason why is because there's shit that I should be doing already to catapult me to the next year, right? There's nothing that I want to start doing next year that I haven't already started doing this year. If anything, I want shit to finish out next year within a couple of months from now. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm working on getting my own space. I need my own. I need my own space, right? I'm not going to start looking January 1st, January 3rd. I've already started looking. I got screenshots. I've already started adding things together, making sure this works, making sure that works. Only thing I haven't done was take tours. And there's a specific reason. There are two things I need to take care of first before I start doing that. So that way I know all my ducks are in a row and everything's taken care of properly. The New Year's resolution thing, for me, I feel is a cop-out to build an interest or to kind of say, or get attention in a way. Like, yeah, my New Year's resolution is to do this and do that and achieve absolutely nothing. Why wait until January 1st? And then some people say, oh, well, New Year's this year is on a Wednesday or is in the middle of the week. I'll start the following Monday. No, you're not. You're not gonna start at all. Don't do that shit to yourself. You are setting yourself back because you want to wait. What if you never get to? What if you never get to? That's that post that's been floating around for months. Day 1 or 1 day. Day 1 or 1 day. I don't, and it's also the same. Yeah, nah, no New Year's resolution for me. Anyway, done with that rant or that tangent. Just in case y'all ask, what's my New Year's resolution? I ain't got one. I'm not making one. I'm good. I'm already working on shit. I'm already taking care of shit. I've been taking care of shit, which I will say, this year has taught me some things. So let me get to it. 2024 wrap up. I want to start by saying, for most of this year, I have been uncomfortable. I have been somewhat between I'm okay, I'm all right, and on the edge, about to crash out. And it's been like that most of the year. Just with thinking, being in situations and thinking too much where things don't make sense. And once I start putting 2 and 2 together, which I am very good at, putting 2 and 2 together. And I observe a lot of things. So if your actions look very suspicious and skeptical to me, or the 2 and 2 that I'm putting together is perfectly adding up to, and it's contradicting the bullshit that you spewed out your mouth, it's best that we kind of just remove ourselves from each other. And it's oh boy, almost crashing out right now. There's some people who will not be associating with me next year. Actually, I can't even say next year because, like I said, that's not like a resolution to me. There have been some people that I stopped associating with already this year. And there's some people that I'm going to stop associating with once I get my ducks in a row for certain things and lined up. Because I've been observing for a very long time and I don't say shit. But me not saying things is the way I would prefer to move. So that way, once I just pluck myself from them, it's like a no-brainer. It's like a no-brainer. And I don't want no, well, hey, stranger, or that, nope. Because I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to leave you on red if I decide to look at it. No, you know what? Me being me, I'm going to look at it, and I'm not going to respond. And it's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be what it's going to be. And it wouldn't be that way if I didn't see your hidden intentions or your bullshit. It just goes for anybody and everybody. I'm in that full. I am detachment ready. I'm detachment ready. Just be honest with me. That's all you got to do. Just be honest and be loyal. That is it. Don't take advantage of my kindness. Don't do shit that you think I'm not going to find out about, because I always fucking find out. I don't like the fact that I do, but I always do. Don't say things to me and try to prove a point, but then, because I call you out on it, but then the opposite shit is being done. I'm not dumb by any means. If I am quiet, I am observing and I'm putting things into place. There's been some missing puzzle pieces that may have been left 6 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it is. And I'm like, oh shit, I finally found that piece. Let me put it into place right now. And I put it into place and everything lines up perfectly. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is what it's actually been this whole time. Huh? Okay. We were cool. Now I think it's best for me to skedaddle the fuck away from you. And by the way, because I know how some of y'all think, I have other Aquarius and Geminis who listen to this. I am not talking about the person I've been talking about in the episodes. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all can put two and two together on that one. So, just with that, I've been uncomfortable for most of this year, right? But that's on me. That is on me. I put myself in those situations. I've invited those people around me. I've invited myself around those, or those people invited me around them, and I said yes. And other things, other situations, it is what it is. It is what it is. Not again. Okay. So, moving on, I had my first surgery towards the end of last year, and I recovered this year and started going back to the gym. Funny thing is, my recovery started in December of last year, but then the gyms were closed and I had something else pop up health wise. Same situation. And then I fully started going back to the gym in January. So it's been a full year of getting it back in gear. So that's the positive. But the recovery part was very detrimental. The surgery I had, like I said, is my very first surgery. I was out for 5 months. I had it on my ureter, left kidney, and my bladder. I had a calcium blockage on my left side, and it's had my kidney swelled up, very, very, like really swollen. And the calcium blockage had spikes. It had crystallized and had spikes. So it was tearing at my ureter. So they had to go in, and it was 5 millimeters. It was blocking a lot. So they had to go in, had to have surgery for them to remove it and get a stent put in. And that, just going through that was horrible. You know, it was a lesson. It was a lesson learned. It was a lesson learned, and it was a different type of pain. And it wasn't actually, it was more of an annoying feeling than pain. It was more of an annoying feeling because having a stent in gave me sleepless nights because I could feel it inside my body. That is what really made that uncomfortable last year. The healing for everything all the way to this year was uncomfortable. Last year was annoying. This year is uncomfortable. But I recovered for that. What else happened? I was annoyed on my birthday. Yep, birthday ended up becoming annoying to me because the things that I had planned for myself did not go the way I planned it out. It could have. It completely could have. But it didn't because of my niceness. So, also, got into an accident that night of. Yep, everything I had planned for myself to be by myself and celebrate by myself did not happen because I'm nice. And that ended up changing whatever life algorithm I am a part of. And I fully still believe that if I had kept to what I wanted it to be, we wouldn't have got T-boned that night. That accident would not have happened. But it is what it is. I feel like I'm gonna end up taking a sip in a few minutes because I'm controlling the stresses, and I'm starting to realize that, damn, did I not have a good year? Did I not have a good year? I'm remembering traumatic shit. This is another thing that's gonna chalk up to my trauma. I'm realizing that. So we got T-boned. Fell down a few steps. I fell down the steps in the apartment I was roommating, had a roommate in early this year around, oh my gosh, I think I slipped down these goddamn carpeted steps about 4 or 5 times. It was so narrow for me, and like the steps weren't like big steps. They were there, and me and my socks and the carpet, the way the carpet was, I slipped up these motherfuckers. I fell up the stairs once. I fell down a different number of times. I was all unhurt or safe during most of them. I started my fourth job in March 2nd. Almost got fired because of a bullshit technicality that I was unaware of, listening to someone who was supposed to be my superior, but they had their own hidden agenda for things. And as quick as I started, I almost got let go because I had no idea what the fuck was going on. So I made myself aware of what the fuck was going on, kept my head low, kept grinding, doing what I needed to do, doing what needed to be done that other people could have done. And now I am highly recognized in this region, which I like. And I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to say that just like that. Now I am highly recognized in this region for the company I work for that company. And that was as of the end of August. So from March, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. It only took 5 months for that to happen. That's the work ethic I'm talking about. That's the work ethic I'm talking about. I went to Halloween Horror Nights this year. For the first time in a long time. That was fun. It was fun. I want to go back to Orlando for Universal Studios, but I want to go for something else too. I don't want to go just for that. I want to go for something else. I just don't know what. It don't need to be a festival or nothing like that. I don't need to do a concert. Too many people. But I want to go for something else. I don't know. Maybe just a getaway. What else happened? I tried sushi. No, I really tried sushi. I don't mean when I say, okay, so I've had sushi before, but when I say I've really tried sushi, I've had, what is it, sashimi? Raw sushi, like eel and stuff like that. Like I've had that this year. And I was introduced to new foods as a whole. So I like that, like new types of candies and new sweets, which I'm not a sweet person. I don't like candies like that anymore as much as I used to. But the shit that I was introduced to was amazing. So I'm grateful for that. Like that was, yes, thank you for that. Because now I think about the stuff. This just popped in my head. What else did you do this year, Mike? You made a fucking fool of yourself this year. Went to a Halloween party and fucked myself up. Redeemed though. Redeemed at this moment. Redeemed. Greatly redeemed. But I should have just not. I should have just not. I tried. I don't even want to talk about it. I tried, but it was a lot. It was a lot. And the way my mind is, I know I'll never forget it. Meanwhile, if others forget it, oh man, I can't remember any of that. Like what the hell? I will always remember it. I'm gonna always remember it. My corpse will remember it when it's gonna follow whatever vibration I am after this existence. It's gonna follow that, and it's gonna be the only thing that I remember for the rest of the vibrational existence. I already know it. But like I said, redeemed. I hope. Oh, this I'm not gonna say too much about. I almost beat somebody up this year. I almost beat somebody the fuck up this year because of an 11-year-old lie that I'm being accused of. Not an 11-year-old lied, but some bullshit from 11 years ago that is not even true. I'm not even gonna say much more about that. Some shit just need to be let go when you know you're making the shit up. Like I don't know what point is trying to be proven at this moment, but there is no facts about it. So aside from the fact that an ass whooping could ensue, but I'm relaxed. I'm chilled on that. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Maybe I'm still in that mood because a crash. I'm twiddling my fingers right now, y'all. I'm twiddling my fingers. I'm crunching my hands like in a closed fist and open fist this entire time. I think I'm borderline on the crash out or existential crisis. I don't know. My energy feels off. I don't know if somebody plotting on me, if somebody playing with my intelligence, but my energy feels very chaotic right now, and it's oh, we're almost there. Oh, we're almost there. I don't know. We're almost there. Something don't feel right. But continue with this episode. I watched new anime. That's a positive. I watched new anime. The anime that I've seen, I actually liked the one being introduced to it. I enjoyed it. I've made or helped add happiness to someone or a few people's life from what I've been told. Being told that I make someone happy, it feels very good. But I always say, and it kind of throws them off, I see, but I can tell they understand what I mean when they say, "Oh, you make me so happy." I can say, "Well, it adds to your happiness, I hope, instead of making you happy." And what I mean by that is, I hope you have another form of something that makes you happy, and this just, like I said, adds to it. Make me feel good though. Make me feel good. On Christmas Day, the gift I got someone, the expectations I got were way more than what I thought was gonna happen. It wasn't too much. It wasn't over the top. It was just, I was joking about, this gift, you're gonna be so excited, it's gonna make you cry. Like, this, like, that's like, I went to lengths for you for this gift. Like, you gonna love this gift. Like, this gonna be a dope ass gift. I ain't got nobody no shit like this ever. Like, you gonna love it. And the joy that I seen on their face was priceless. And the joy that I seen on their face, the tears of joy, almost like it made my eyes water. That's how deep that shit was. My eyes started to water, and I had to turn away for a little second, just and back up and smile it off and like, oh shit, damn, I even got to buy. Aside from that gift, I bought a gift for a wife and her husband and their grandkids because they did not have the best year this year. And I just know a lot about what they've been through. Not everybody else does, but I know about it. So I wanted to help them get in the spirit. Because it is so-called the most wonderful time of the year. And my thoughts were, if not everyone has to spend this year alone, had to spend this holiday alone. In the past, I did. There was times where I didn't want to, but I did. And there were times where I wanted to, and I did. But just based off of everything circumstantial-wise, I don't think that should ruin someone's joy, So I did what I could, got them the gifts, and I was happy that they loved it as well. So yeah, I think I've made some people, or helped add to some people's happiness this year, and that makes me feel very, very, very good. This year there was a point to where my emotions were everywhere. And I think I spoke about it on this show with like my depression and stuff like that, and how there were episodes where it was worse than others, but it was just a whole bunch of chaotic emotions. My overthinking was at an all-time high, and it's at a fucking peak right now, and I don't know why. It's there. It is there. It is there, and I don't, like I said, something just doesn't feel right. I don't know. Something feels off. Like somebody fucking with me. Somebody out here fucking with me. I don't know who it is. I don't see nobody, but something ain't right, and I feel it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's my overthinking. I don't know. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? When you just feel something is shifting, like something is off, or with somebody you know, or somebody you know is like plotting on, like I don't know. Something just don't feel right. But we're gonna simmer it down. Cause it might be my overthinking, which I said is at an all-time high. At one point, I did get a chance to self-reflect, to isolate and self-reflect and remember who the fuck I am, which I think everyone should do at some point. You let life pull you this way and that way, and certain situations tear you down to a little bit. You know, they pull things from you, they take from you. But at some point, you got to sit down or isolate and do whatever, and self-reflect and remember who the fuck you are. I had to do that, but with the limiter. But with the limiter. Because if I remember too much of who I am, then self-sabotage and chaos ensues. It does. It ensues. Self-sabotage on the fact of if I get annoyed or tired of somebody, and maybe, I don't know, I haven't done this in a while, but the comments that I get start to give me the big head. Like it pause. The comments I get starts to make me feel like, you know what? Yeah, y'all right. I don't fucking need to be back here doing this, that, and the other. And then I start self-sabotaging myself, which I realize that remembering who I am, with the limiter, for me means remember how strong of a person I am. Remember that I'm capable of doing anything I put my mind to. Remember that I do not let people take advantage of me. I'm better than that. I hold myself to a high standard, and I need to follow up with that standard. I do not listen to what people have to say to me negatively, or sometimes their opinions are not. Every opinion is valid because it's an opinion, but every opinion is also like an asshole. Also, to some point, some degree. I know who I am. I know how to represent myself, how to keep a bit of business about myself, how to carry myself. That's remembering who I am. The things that I've been through and how it has molded me to who I am today, only for me to break that mold and create another mold that has only been able to be fitted by me. So that is remembering who I am with the limiter. So that's a positive way of saying it. But having that kind of reflection, self-reflecting is good. You know, it allowed me to dial it back a little bit while still being fully attentive and aware of things involving me. I've learned more about myself when it comes to things that I don't like, and the fact that being allowed to be myself is a very big thing for me to do, which is probably one of the reasons that I'm still single. And now to think about it, I've been single since 2020, I should say. I've been single since 2020. It's been over 4 years. That's literally a whole damn 4 years of high school term including graduation and the start of college. I've been single for. At this point, at this fucking point. And part of it is because I'm picky as hell. And I know I am. And I get it. I'm picky. I don't take anything that comes my way or anything that looks appealing or attractive. No, it's much more than that. I don't like somebody because of their body. Like, that's not, it's way more than that. Way more than that. I'm picky. It is what it is. Like it. I get tons of compliments and pursue offers, I guess I can call it. And I say, thank you, but no thank you. Like, I'm not interested. Like, I'm picky. It takes a lot. I'm not easy. And I don't play, what is it? Hard to get. I was told last year that I was playing hard to get. And then I was also told by that same person that they didn't like me like that, but their friend liked me. But then I was also told by them that I make it hard for people to like me, and I didn't know what the fuck. I took that offensive. Like, I make it hard for people to like me. Like, what do you mean by that? I don't know. Still don't fucking know. But it's several reasons why I believe I'm picky the way I am, and why I just hang back and just not really. I don't pursue. I don't chase. But one of the main reasons is because in the past, and these are things that I've asked. I've asked these things before. So these are the answers that I was given. And I asked, what do you think, or what would you say my favorite, how can I say that? What do you think my best features are? Or what are your favorite features about me? Those are the questions I would ask. And these are the fucking answers I would get. And this led me to believe that people like the thought of me and the image of me, and not actually me, if that makes sense. Like, they don't like if I'm silent around them, because I don't like to talk a lot. I don't. There are times where I feel like I'm too silent, and I'll think out loud about something that's going on. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's not. But if I'm just in my thoughts a little bit, or I'm just quiet, sometimes they don't like that. They don't like if I'm silent around them. They don't like I put it like this. They don't like if I'm silent around them and nothing is wrong with me. They just can't fathom that. They just can't fathom that. If I'm quiet and nothing is wrong with me, why am I quiet? It don't have to be nothing else. I'm just don't got nothing to say. That gets to people. They don't like if I'm trying to teach them something because I can see that they need help, or are doing it in a way that could harm them, or they're doing it wrong. I'm looking from hindsight, or either I just know from experience, like, hey, let me do that this way. Oh, and it ensues a problem. And that is a personal issue that needs to be worked out. People don't like when I don't speak to them for a day or two, because I love having my own space, my own personal space to take care of what I get to take care of. I was going to say what I need to, but what I get to take care of, which is a lot. I have business stuff to take care of, that I get to take care of business things. I put myself in certain positions to where I take care of it. I don't talk about a lot of these positions and certain things that I do, because people are nosy as fuck. And when they find out, they're like, oh, well, since you do this and since you do that, that means you got this money, or that means you like this person. No. Yes, but no, because none of that has to do with you at all. None of that involves you, so mind your own business. So I prefer to just keep things to myself, a lot of things to myself, and get it done. You see, because that keeps other people. And there's going to be a point to where, and there's a thing to where I think people who are like that think that there's no repercussion to that type of action, that type of negative energy. And there is. It's called, you cut the fuck off. Don't care who you are. You're doing too much. You're cut off. Remove me, or I remove myself. Boom. Moving on. And these are situations that I've been in before with people. They don't like when I carefully present real situations to them or gently question some bullshit that I've seen, noticed, heard them say or do. That goes again when we putting two and two together. If I think a lot, right? A lot of people who know me or have been around me for a while know that I think a lot. All the time, my mind is on go, right? It only takes for me to be like, hey, bring that thought back here. Let me look at it. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It only takes for me to do that, for me to say something that I've been thinking about, right? And these could be thoughts that are still flowing past from months ago, from a couple years ago, from a decade ago, whatever. But once I catch that again, because of a certain keyword or key phrase or something that sparked those thoughts within that day to come forward, is going to take place, and people don't like that. But if I don't say anything, then it comes the question of, well, why didn't you say anything before? But then when I do say something, it's, oh, well, I don't feel like talking about this. We don't, it's just always, oh, goodness, people, man. And by the way, I'm not speaking on relationships. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm speaking on like things in general. Like this could be friendships. This could be business partnerships, relationship. This could be like any type of relationship. This has happened. If I point something out, it could be work relationships. If I pointed something out because of some bullshit, it hasn't always, but there's been a point in time, or at some points, it's been met with some negativity. And I don't present it in a negative way all the time. Sometimes I do, and that's when I'm tired of shit. I'm annoyed because this did not need to happen. Everything was cool until you brought your skippity scap ass over here and started doing shit. Or you did what you didn't think was going to be observed. Or because you want to be sneaky and hide shit, or be sneaky and do shit. Just be... I'm picky. But along with that, the question of the favorite features, the answers I've gotten were my muscles, the fact that I work out, the fact that I'm strong, I'm tatted, I'm black, I have locks, and I have big lips. All of that shit has one time or another been told to me about their favorite features. Everything external. When people used to ask me to do OnlyFans, I gave them a hell no. I've been called a piece of meat. I've been called all this shit like that. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who thinks of me as that. You see what I'm saying? So considering me being somewhat of a public figure and have these accolades and stuff like that, yeah, like I understand it sells when it comes to business terms, but outside of business, relationship wise, let that be an added feature. It's more than that, right? It's more than that. Like it's internal. If I'm an asshole internally, but I look good on the outside, then what? Then what you got? A fucking walk-in bag of icy hot. You don't know what's gonna be hot or cold. You don't know what you're gonna get. What you gonna get? You don't know. Like that's no. So things like that. And I don't want to say this applies to every woman. Every woman don't look at me like that. And I'm going to make that clear. Every woman does not look at me like that. But it's been a damn lot that this does apply to. And again, it's only like that because of me asking that question. This has been both in person and on social media through the years. Now, if there is enough time given to where the person puts that type of lust or thought to the side and they get to know me as a person for real, then they start liking me for real. That I don't mind. That I actually do like. Like, yes, okay, my physical whatever attraction caught your attention, but there's a lot more to me. And then they started getting to know me, and then we are good. I like that. Because typically situations like that, once it transitions, someone like me, unless it's due to self-sabotage or a fucked up fallout situation where somebody was trying to get over or do some shit because somebody had tried to influence whatever like that, unless it's like one of those, me and that person is going to be cool on good terms for a very long time. Yeah, it's like that. It's always been like that. I got people I'm cool with from fucking kindergarten. So I'm just one of those people now. That doesn't mean that I speak to those people I know from kindergarten every day. I don't. We may speak on holidays only. We may speak randomly through the years, but when we reconnect, it's like we never missed a beat. That's the type of friendships that I have. But these are with guys, so that don't count for the whole attraction thing. But it's just once you get past a certain line, a certain border, once you get to know me, there's a high chance that you may either like me or not like me. I understand I'm not for everybody. I understand that. I don't give a fuck. I'm just being honest. I don't. And it's okay. It is okay. I'm a black man, right? I am a strong fist in the air right now, black man. Not everybody likes a strong fist in the air, black man. There's a lot of shit in history that says America don't like a strong fist in the air black man. So somebody not liking me because of who I am does not fuck with me at all. Someone pretending to like me for who I am, only to betray me after they learn enough information about me, because I can't say find out because that sounds like I'm hiding something. After they learn enough information about me and they betray me or they fake shit around me, they're not loyal or they, whatever, that's what bothers me. So if it ever is to that point to where, okay, just your physical attracts you, keep it at that. Stay over there and keep that at that. Let me know all day if you want to. Oh yeah, you look good. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And it's gonna stay that way. It can stay that way. Don't bring your ass this way without good intention. Okay? Don't do that. Please don't. As a matter of fact, just don't bring your ass over here anyway. I'm all right. I'm all right right now. I'm all right. And I feel like some of y'all are like, wait a minute, wasn't he talking about somebody in the first episode and like the last episode, wasn't he talking about them? Yes, I was, which is the reason why I say I'm all right. Still considered single, but we're good. Me and that person are very good. So that was the wrap up. I'm getting ready to end this episode. I know this is gonna be a long episode. That was thing that happened to me in 2024. I'm going to kind of get to a point to where I want to kind of state what I'm looking for in 2025. And by the way, I said that, but I don't like And I said on the last episode, I don't like when people use a year as an excuse. Oh, it's 2025, so I should be able to do this because I wasn't able to do it 2024. Shut the fuck up. Just get it done. Just get it done. We know the problem. We know what the problem is. Everybody know what the problem is. Now let's focus on the solution. Okay? Get the shit done. Don't make it a year because of this. Don't do that. I will say 2024 is a year that allowed me to self-reflect a lot. This year really, really, really allowed me to self-reflect on a lot of things. On the jobs I have, on the career that I'm in, the opportunities that I can put in front of myself, the opportunities that I can get started on and present to other people as a blessing. The people I surround myself with, the areas that I could improve, the areas that I would like to improve, the things and people that I can leave alone and not allow them to be in my life much longer. A lot of things I was able to reflect on, how to move forward, how to be more gentle with myself, how to not be so rough around the edges with other people, how to put a barrier and a boundary up for certain things when it comes to other people. I was able to reflect and think a lot this year, and I'm grateful for that. It allowed things and people to be pushed out of my way, as well as let me know that if there is anything that I would like to stick around for the future, then I should get serious about it. And there was a couple of things this year, months ago, that I got serious about. One of them was something that I did, and I had to reflect about it. And I was told by this person that I needed to get serious. Being told, first of all, I don't like people telling me things that I am not aware of involving me, or that I feel like I should be aware of involving me. I let people do it. Well, I don't let people do it. People think they can do it. People think they can say, well, I mean, think about this, or be mindful about this, or so on and so forth, and this, that, and the other. And in my mind, I'm like, I already thought about that shit. I thought about that shit like 3 months ago. I thought about that a while ago. But I let people get out what they want to say because they have to get it out. You know, it's letting them finish their conversation piece or their point. So that way, it's just the same thing of when you thought about something and it's built up and you finally get an opportunity to say it and you get interrupted. That shit will make you boil over, right? So I let people say, okay, yeah. And I don't even match them. I don't even meet them and be like, yeah, I've already thought about that. I don't even say it. Because in my mind, what I'm doing is I'm confirming that, okay, I knew they was going to say this. I'm just ahead. I think far ahead. So that's just confirmation for me. That's just another check. That's like, yes, ching, ching. I already thought about this. So, me being told something about me that I should be aware of and I'm not, frustrates me. It makes me feel like I've let myself down. It lets me feel like haven't been the best me in this aspect as I could have been, right? So when they told me I needed to get serious, or they would like for me to be serious, I got serious. And I'm glad I got serious, because at that point I was like, damn, okay, I thought this was just for fun, but I see where just for fun was gonna take this. It was gonna not end up being what it could have been. So by getting serious, I feel as though it's forming. I can see that it's forming to a place where I would have liked it to be. And I'm glad that conversation was had, and it opened my eyes to a lot of other things in my life this year. If there's anything that I want to keep around, anything, anybody, whatever the shit is, get serious about it. Got to get serious to a certain degree, maybe fully serious. Don't play around with some shit, because it will release itself. You don't have to release everything. Some things will release themselves. This is something I didn't want to release itself. So I got serious, and things changed for the better. And that's what I've been able to recognize. Also, I've also paid attention to cycles that have ended. Things that I've been holding on to and didn't realize it. Things that once I got serious, I let it go. There were cycles that existed since I was 14 that have come to an end. There were cycles that have existed since I was 19 that have come to an end. And made space for new things to begin. And I can tell, there's things that have left. So you know how the saying goes, I think it's a saying that says you can't add any more because your plate's full. You got to eat some of the shit you got on your plate or scrape some of it off to add more to it. That's what happened. Some of those cycles have ended, gone, bon voyage, away, and space for new things have been able to come. So there's times where people are like, man, is this your only job? And I'm like, no, I got fucking 3 others. I do a lot. I got this that I do. I got this, and so on and so forth. Hey, man, how do you balance it out? I have no idea. I have no idea. On top of, I don't fucking know. But now I'm thinking about it. Space has been added and created over time. Over the year, space has been created to make space for me to get to do what I want to do. And now, as of these past few months, the things that I'm planning to get done in the next couple of months or the next few months, some accomplishments are on their way. I can clearly see that now. And that makes me happy, because no New Year's resolution is fucking needed. I've already started doing the work months ago. So you get what I'm saying? Like, that's good. If things remove themselves from you because of negative reasoning, then it might be hard. It might feel like something has been taken from you. But in reality, there's been space made for something better. That's what I believe. I don't know if it's 100%. It might not be. Everything has a domino effect. Everything has its way of working the fuck out. It just does. Everything works out some kind of way for it. It just does. Having my kindness or niceness taken advantage of because someone thinks they hold something over me will end. I dealt with that last year and this year. Mostly this year. Not anymore. Severing a negative bond for me, it's like slicing through a fucking piece of hot butter. It's like slicing through it's like, I can't even fucking say it. It's equal to slicing through butter with a hot knife. It's nothing to me. Severing a negative bond is easy as hell. I'm detachment ready. I'm always detachment ready. Don't care. Always detachment ready. I would detach from family, let alone someone who's not. I'm talking about blood family. Like if I have to. And I don't mean it. I'm not calling out any of my family members, but I'm saying if I have to, it's nothing. It's nothing. That is me being, I don't even want to call it me being selfish. It's me taking care of me. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. Okay, this episode, I got a little more that I want to say in terms of moving forward. So the things that I have planned, because I know the things that I've been working on this year that I have planned for the next few months. For one, I'm working on a photo shoot with a photographer. It was supposed to happen this year, but new ideas have taken place, and they want to wait till it warms up. So around the springtime, I'm assuming. And this photographer I worked with before, photos came out amazing. You guys loved them when they came out, and I showed them on social media. So I'm going to be working with that photographer again. I'm going to be traveling a lot more next year. I already put into work for some of the things. For this year, my passport, I'm looking to have it before my birthday, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to travel on my birthday. I'm not going to travel on my birthday. I forgot. I got to cover a fucking store for work. I had to cover a location. But my birthday was on Friday, so we don't know what may happen. I have a good friend of mine currently working on a website so I can finally launch my activewear line and gear. I'm looking to do that within the next few months as well. I love it. I have been working on, for some of y'all who know this, my anime show, the all black anime show that I've been co-writing or writing with a friend of mine. I have an artist that I'm working with right now for the character art. So that's a thing. I have a friend who I've helped get into voice acting, and they completed their first audiobook, and it's a big audiobook too. They completed their first audiobook this year, and I wanted to say congratulations to you for that, and leave it to them. They'll give me the credit because I got them started up in it. I just helped out, and they put in all the effort, and I think that was a great way to end this year for them. The book is published on Audible, and it is called Enslaved: A Necessary Evil. I think you guys should give it a listen. It is very well. I've listened to it. I haven't completed it yet, but I'm deep into it. So, and they're the narrator of that book. So, hard work put in, great rewards coming out. I don't know. I think I'm going to end this episode, y'all. I am an hour and 14 minutes in. I'm going to cut this down some. So hopefully it's not this damn long afterwards. But happy New Year, I guess. This is the last episode of this year, 2024. And we are a few episodes away from the live episode. And I'm going to try to rebuild my presence on TikTok leading up to that episode, so that way it can be bigger than it would be if I started it right now. So we're going to continue to do that, and just do what we do and how we do it, make things shake and roll. So once again, it's been fun this year. Looking forward to kicking off the first episode of the new year next week. And yeah, Panther Forte. Hope y'all have a great one. And I hope y'all have a chance to reflect, and y'all have had a great year as well. This has been more of a little serious episode with a few laughs. My crash out is slowing down, so I'm feeling a little better. I'm gonna go easy. Oh, I have not drank. Hold on, wait. That little tink, tink, tink. I have not had a sip this whole episode. That's probably why I'm getting ready to crash the fuck out. Okay, so here we go. Cheers. Panther Forte out.